Shut the ringer off here. Put that in your bags, you know. Because people don't see the butterfly. People don't see the butterfly. We are live, buddy.
We are? No, we're not. Are we?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the intro to crypto.
We
are live, and Michael is just waking up.
How the heck did you turn that on? Usually I'm well aware of what you're doing.
I tried to sneak it on you over here.
Wow. Well, I've been waiting for like an hour and a half.
We've been prepping, been waiting for some clients to get back to me. It's been kind of a crazy day today, but we can only wait so long. We have to be live. We have to be here for you, and excited to be here for the show. Hopefully you guys are excited about the show today because it is all about the Algorand, and we'll get into that in a few minutes.
I didn't get to say yet, this is our final podcast.
The final podcast. It is not the final podcast. It is going to be for you an occurring podcast every week. And there's so many platforms that we're working on.
It's going to be an occurring me quitting every week, by the way, just for the record, every day. This is everybody's got their little thing in the podcast.
Absolutely true.
You do hello, right?
Yes,
that's every single time.
That's right.
You do that, and then
Yes.
I go, I'm going to quit.
Yes.
So, that's good.
All right. So it's Monday. It's been an interesting weekend. The real estate market's been interesting too. I was just down in Florida, as you know, with my son, Danny. And he was, we were helping him find a place to live, which has been wild and crazy and a lot of fun and exciting. And we're just trying to make things happen for him down there. So it was a fly in, fly out, quick. Spent 3 days looking at rental properties for him. I found a nice girl down there as a realtor. She was a sweetheart. Her name is Renata. She was very helpful, above and beyond. And it was really nice to have a chance to work with her. But here we are at the Intro to Crypto, live with you every Monday and Friday. It's all about the Algorand today. We're going to talk a little bit about the acquisitions that acquisitions that Ripple has been making. As you know, everybody, this is not financial advice. This is always for you to do your research, educate yourself, and be as knowledgeable as you can about what's going on in the crypto digital market industry. It's an amazing place to learn and educate yourself on what's happening. And right now in this world of crypto, there's so many things happening. And we talk about a lot of different cryptos. We want you to learn and become educated and to be, let's get this chat box open as well. We want you to be as educated as possible, always learning and understanding and making things to be as at the 5th grade level on conversation, so we can talk about things and make sure you understand what's going on. Are you smarter than a 5th grader with crypto, right? Like, yeah. Try to just get the lingo down and listen and learn as much as we can. So what's happened recently, and maybe you know this already, Ripple has agreed to buy Hidden Road for $1.25 billion. Hidden Road acts like a giant financial toolkit and helps the banks and big investors trade, borrow, and clear digital and traditional money all in one place.
That was a couple of months ago.
Yes.
But when's that going to be finalized?
By the end of the year, by the end of the 4th quarter. So by end of November, December, that should be tied up. Yeah. And most recently, something that's pretty big, no one really saw coming because no one really knew much about this company. It wasn't on the forefront. What makes Ripple and XRP so smart is they're thinking outside the box, and they're looking at all the different pieces of the puzzle that is going to make their company stronger and really give them the strongest platform. It's kind of like, you know, if you're recruiting for a sports team and you're able to see just past the people that you expect people to choose, it's going past that and seeing those guys that are really good, but no one's really picking up on, and that can make your team a really great team. And that's what they're doing. And they picked up a company called the Rail, acquisition of Rail. Imagine a Ripple as a giant money mover. They just agreed to buy Rail, which is like a super fast digital money highway that helps businesses pay each other using stable coins, digital dollars that don't bounce around in value. Why does this matter? Okay.
I heard it's 10% of all stable coins now all go through Rail.
Is that right?
10%.
What Ripple is doing, what they know, and how they become developing this information is unbelievable. It's like no other company. You're not hearing other companies make these massive moves on the sides, in and around what's happening in the box. And they're building this team, this unit, this organization.
They have almost 1,000 employees.
I mean,
Did you know that they had that many employees? Like 900 and some odd employees.
I don't know if that's, listen, I don't know what's a lot is for a company to have in a corporation for coins. I really don't know.
Well, I mean, in general,
Yes.
a typical coin, you might see very few to a really good one. You might see 50 or 75.
No kidding.
And, they're sitting there at 900, almost 1,000 employees.
Well, I do see on the LinkedIn, especially, that they're hiring a lot for Ripple, but they're really targeting who they're hiring, and all over the world. They're hiring people all over the world. It's not just like in one place. That I see in California, I see in all different countries. They're looking for Ripple employees that are hard. Anyway. So why does this matter about Rail? This helps Ripple make cross-border business payments faster, cheaper, and easier without businesses having to keep any actual crypto on hand. This deal is expected to again to wrap up the end of 2025. So as we know, by the end of the year, it's been talked about what moves an actual value that's going to be brought to the XRP Ledger blockchain, and where the value. Now we're starting to see on Google. I keep getting these feeds in my Google feed about where they're now seeing that they're actually talking about the numbers. Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 15? Is it 18? Where it's going to be by the end of the year. And the speculation is getting greater and greater by all the moves that XRP and Ripple's been doing.
Ripple's going public probably in 2026, probably is what they're talking about right now. And it might, it's either going to be a direct listing potentially. And there's a lot of them that are still coming on board now with USDC coming on early and the great results they had, plus other ones that are coming.
Yeah.
They're talking that Ripple stock, if you have a chance to buy that, I think you should be buying it heavily, because it probably will be like you buying Amazon at the beginning of time.
It's 100% going to be the next Google, the next Amazon. Remember Shaquille O'Neal?
But it's not cheap. I mean,
it's not going to be cheap.
They're talking that it's going to be up to $1,200.
I remember hearing Shaq talking about when he bought Google. Like someone recommended him buy Google, and he made a tremendous amount of money because someone said, you should really buy this Google stuff. And that's one of his biggest investments he ever made. So like we're talking about two guys, a realtor and a mortgage broker, who are helping you to learn about crypto, digital assets, opportunities in life to make that are going to change your future, give you the opportunity to make life changes, maybe generational wealth, maybe, something where it's your families, your kids would be able to enjoy with you because of things you've done here today. And that's what it's all about. And I always say this, I can't wait to hear from you one day saying to me, thank you so much for doing this podcast, allowing me to be a part of this unbelievable experience, because I heard about it before. I heard people talking about it. I didn't understand it. But when we listened to you, you kind of broke it down and made it really satiable to understand and get excited about and want to learn about. And because of that, you involved yourself in investing in something like XRP and got a chance to really change your life and your future, whether it's going to be your first home or paying for your kids' tuition or, having a chance to live a life that is just different. And it's just something very special. But today's topic is about Algorand. Now, Algorand, also known as ALGO, okay? I'm going to talk a little about this. Mike's going to kind of interrupt me over here while we're talking about it. Is a blockchain platform that allows developers to build decentralized apps. It's pure proof of stake, confirms transaction quickly while keeping the network decentralized. Unlike older systems that rely on mining, Algorand's PPOS gives users an equal chance to create and check new blocks, making the network safer and less resource heavy. PPOS, Michael, can you help me with that? PPOS?
Pure proof of stake.
Pure proof of stake is PPOS. Again, things that we're learning together.
Right, and proof of stake means proof of work would be the Bitcoin because the miners have to do the work on the computer to make it.
Yeah.
Proof of stake means you're not mining for the token.
Right.
It means they're already created, and that's how that comes up. That's the difference on that.
The Algo network uses Algorand. Oh, we got Blade out there really enjoying your content. Just bought XRP on the dip. Yes, there you go, my friend. Good, congratulations.
Yes.
We appreciate you watching.
Welcome to the army.
And welcome to the army, buddy. You're going to do great things. Very proud of you. Very excited. And don't just wait for the dip. Listen, continue to buy on a regular. It's important because you're going to see massive differences. All right, going back to Algo. And by the way, Blade, it's Blade more than that. I'm going to say Blade. I hope it's okay to call you Blade. Algorand, important to know about also over here. The network uses Algorand coin to exchange and confirm transactions and earn rewards. Algorand handles many transactions quickly and cheaply, making it ideal for financial services, decentralized finance, DeFi, and asset tokenization. The platform provides a secure and efficient blockchain, making it a top contender in the space. Algorand aims to improve transaction speed, scalability, and encourage new ideas in the decentralized world. Like, just again, sidebar, going back to Blade, love it. Rosavino, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Also, great restaurant in Brantford, by the way. It's one of these things that, like, there's so much happening in the crypto world. And going back to what Blade just said about buying the XRP. XRP, in our opinion, is a future of the crypto mega world. But there are a lot of cryptos out there that are going to fall into place and be a part of this as well.
Absolutely.
And that's why we try to educate you about other things as well. We are huge on XRP, but we want to make sure you educate you guys on other things as well.
Absolutely. I mean, Algo is an ISO token, but one of the things that I like about it is it's still pretty darn cheap. It's 25 cents right now. The all-time low that I can recall in 5 years has been like 11 cents. So we're up 100x on it, which that's pennies.
Yes.
Do I think that that's going to do what XRP is going to do? No, I think you're going to do better on the XRP.
Absolutely. In the near future.
But I think Algorand, it is a good, it's a good 10x, 20x, 30x potential, over this bull market.
And that's the thing about being able to buy something where you can make a 10, 15, 20x. People always come back to this Bitcoin thing. Okay, do I think Bitcoin's gonna be $1 million $1 million one day? Absolutely, I think it's gonna be $1 million. But how long does it take? And if you make a 10x on Bitcoin, it's gotta go 10x to be $1 million, right? Yeah. Where you're gonna get to take that same investment. I'll just use the $10,000 or $100,000, whatever you want to use if you use Bitcoin, and you bought something like an XRP or an Algorand or something like that. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get that 10x much faster, and you're gonna get much more of it. You're gonna make even more money on it, if you will. But let's go back to Algorand again. Algorand is the green lightning fast money highway that could power the world's next financial system. And most people don't even know it exists. And that's why we're talking about today. What is Algorand? It's like a digital highway for money and data, but built to super fast and environmental friendly. Created in 2019 by Silvio Micali. Okay, he was an MIT professor who won the Turing Award, a Nobel Prize for computer science. It uses a blockchain, which is basically a public notebook for everyone can trust. Algo is the name of the digital coin that runs on this network. Again, so a little history of what Algo is. 2019, so it's only 6 years old. The person who invented it, Silvio Micali, where did he come from? What was he doing? Is that important to you? Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but it's a little history on what Algo is.
And one of the things that I gravitated towards this to buy a bag of it was, first of all, I saw it was at the all-time low at 11 cents. So that was one of the things that attracted me.
And buying it even at 25 cents, which is not a huge difference, right?
No,
15 cents, 14 cents difference between when it started off.
Yep.
I mean, it made a great climb in the 14 cents, but the biggest thing is that everybody forgets to realize is that today, hold on a second.
We're at the early day. Yeah, we're at the start of this.
It's the very beginning.
The very beginning.
Oh, Blade's got a question. Just a quick question. What's the difference between Flare and Algorand? Great question. Can you answer that question?
Well, I mean, first of all, Flare, I don't see the correlation between the Flare and an Algorand. I see more of an Algorand to an XRP is more so what I see,
And I'm going to get into that
because they're very similar in that way. Flare is going to be running the DeFi. It's going to be running the DeFi kind of world is basically what we're looking at. I mean, because they actually have an oracle that basically is going to have, I don't know, 25 or 30 different cryptocurrencies that they're going to be able to check the pricing of all those, so that they're going to all be interoperable and be able to make money in the DeFi world between exchanging of these things or earning money on them,
staking them,
staking them. Yeah, they're going to have all kinds of things like that on Flare, which I do not see happening on Algorand.
Right. They're also big with XRP Flare. Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're huge with XRP.
Yeah. But Algorand, by the way, just to let you know, one of the things about Algorand that I liked was Italy was testing them as a CBDC.
Central bank digital currency.
Right. And so Italy themselves was testing Algorand.
So a little more about Algorand to get back to the Algorand. Speed. It can handle over 6,000 transactions per second. Now that's faster than XRP.
Yeah, that XRP is only around 1,500.
Visa processes about 1,700. Low-cost transaction fees are less than a penny. Green tech uses pure proof of stake, meaning no heavy electricity like Bitcoin mining. And you mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Finality, once a transaction is done, it's done. No waiting for multiple confirmations. Hope that is helpful to understand. And again, if you don't understand or if you have questions, ask us, and we'll do the best we can to make sure you do understand, because it's all about learning together. Real world uses, digital IDs. Governments can use Algorand to issue IDs that are secure and private. So maybe they'll be using them in airports, Algorand with IDs.
Good
possibility,
knows?
right?
It's definitely a possibility.
CBDCs, central bank digital currency. Remember the word CBDC, central bank digital currency. Countries like Marshall Islands are building their national currency on Algorand. Now, I don't know where the Marshall Islands are. We've heard that country before. I should look it up if you out there know what it is. Blade, you're absolutely our pleasure. Thank you, my friend. And again, thank you for sharing our podcast with everybody you know. It means a lot. The more that people get a chance to be a part of our show and learn about this, it makes us happy, and we appreciate it. Of course, please like when you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're. Please like our podcast. Give us a show a like. Let us know that you like it. It means the world to us that you show you like it. And again, your comments are very important to us. Let's see. Tokenization. You can put real world assets like real estate, art, and tickets onto the blockchain. So that opens another whole avenue, because real estate, obviously we're in real estate. Yeah. Buying tickets. So that means you have Ticketmaster and all these different companies will be using it at a place like Algorand, because they're selling thousands of tickets per second. Makes sense.
You know, speaking of the tickets, I thought it was really, really interesting on one of the podcasts that I watched a long time ago. They were talking about all the tickets that you're going to eventually buy are all going to be NFTs. And when they're NFTs, they can actually literally be tradable. How about like you went to an Ozzy Osbourne concert?
Wow. Good call.
You know what I'm saying? As an example.
Back in 1988.
Yeah. Ozzy's gone.
Right.
And now you can buy old tickets of what somebody went to.
Yeah.
But they're also talking about, imagine going forward, if you're the artist, and every time that ticket gets sold to somebody else,
yes,
another piece of money goes back to the artist.
That would be huge for the artist. They get a piece of every transaction that happens in the resale. That's actually a smart idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea, but that's one of the things that they're talking about. I mean, and that's one of the things with tokenization that you will never see otherwise.
Think about, you just mentioned tickets. Now I'm thinking about all these platforms that have music, like Spotify. Like every time you listen to a song on Spotify, you have your music list you're using. I wonder if like the artist would get a piece of it if they were able to track every time, like, a user.
Don't they do that now? I don't know.
It's funny you say that. I don't know how it works, honestly. I have no idea, but I always wondered, but with the trackability of having that, where they would get, let's say, I don't know, 1 cent for every time it's played. Yeah. I mean, millions of people listening to it, yada, yada, yada. but having the ability to track it on the blockchain. Because one of the things that, of course, the blockchain is something that you can't hide from. You can't make it go away. It's there forever.
Yep.
Not just in a computer where someone can delete something, if you will.
Absolutely.
All right. DeFi, decentralized finance, lend, borrow, and earn interest without banks. Again, supply chains, tracking goods from factory to store in real time. Why investors like Algo? Algorand is an ISO 20022 compliant. Obviously very important, just happened July 14th. Important for the future of global banking systems. It is scalable, can grow without slowing down, has partnerships with governments, universities, and big companies. So obviously, go ahead, you're going to say something.
I was going to wait for you to finish, but one of the things I was going to say is, the ISO 20022, July was a big month,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I think it was June or July.
And November is another huge month.
Yeah,
November 1st.
that's what I wanted to mention.
November 1st was like I was reading.
The whole world has to now adopt over. The whole world, for all the banking systems. So it's been little bits and pieces, and they've been giving dates of what needs to be done. But by November, they all have to be over.
We are
messaging
on
standard.
August 11th, November 1st. It's like a hop, skip, and a jump. Literally.
Yeah.
Time is flying. The summer flew by. This is crazy to me.
Sure did.
Just crazy. Let's see over here as we keep going. Strong developer community keeps improving on the network. Risks to keep in mind with Algo. Competition from other fast blockchains like Solana, Hedera, and Avalanche. Okay. And the future of Algorand. More CBDCs projects expected worldwide. Expansion in tokenization in real estate and carbon credit markets. And it could become a top settlement for global payments. I mean, Algorand is a real player in this whole ISO 20022.
Yep.
And one of the top, I think, 5 or 8 coins that's talked about that's going to make a difference.
Is it that high on?
It's pretty up there.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of those ones that they're top between XLM, XCC, Quant. They have
those are all ISO compliant.
right.
Tokens,
So the ISO compliant tokens are going to make a major play because of the fact that they're being used so positioned in many aspects over there in the whole crypto world. So as you've been watching the crypto market, things have been kind of escalating because a lot of things are happening in the crypto world. And maybe you're buying on a regular basis, which I hope you are, because again, this is not financial advice. This is a recommendation to be investing on a regular basis. That you're buying, I was talking to another family member, as a matter of fact, I won't mention a name, but a family member, when I talked about XRP about 2 weeks ago, he was shocked by the amount of people, what's the right word? Please forgive me, I'm going to say something stupid here. The amount of millions of people that are buying XRP this time. That is called what's it called? How many people go, how many, what's the word? Embarrassing myself.
No, I'm trying to think what you mean too.
When you look at the,
the rich list?
not the rich list, I'm going to try and not show
Rich list, by the way, just while Dave's looking that up, what the rich list is the blockchain knows how many different wallets there are out there and how many people have various levels. So they can tell you, okay, if you have 10,000 XRP, you're in the top 1 percentile in the world of wallets that are outstanding out there.
Yeah.
So it's called the rich list. And they do that for all different kinds of tokens. You can actually do some research on that and figure that out. But it's nice to set yourself a little goal like that and be able to figure that.
So I was talking to one of my family members. He was blown away by the amount of market cap on XRP.
Okay.
187.24 billion with a B. Okay. And a 24-hour volume of 5.82 billion. So let's go to Algo for 1 second. Let's just kind of see where they are with this same kind of information.
You do that. I mean, and here's the thing, one of the big things that they always try to say is that XRP can never get to $100. They say it can't get to $100, needless to say, or $1,000, because they say the market cap would encompass basically economies.
Right.
Whole economies will be smaller than dwarfed by where XRP would be at $100. But that being the case, based on its utility, this isn't like a market cap of a stock. This is a value movement of value from point A to point B. Don't get sold against market cap because it's going to get the volume is going to go a lot bigger than this.
The reason why it's so different with XRP is because there's so many things that haven't happened yet that are absolutely happening already in the background, but it hasn't come to play in front of you. So we have the amount of millions of dollars, let's just say millions, probably billions of dollars going to come into the stock market to buy the XRP spot ETF, number one. You have how many banks are in the world? Millions of banks in the world that'll be using XRP. And how many millions of tokens do they have to have in order to have the XRP ledger be able to use from bank to bank across the country of the United States? How many banks are in the United States?
That's not even talking about. Well, that's not even talking about the stock market. What if the stock market all goes on the XRP?
That's exactly
ledger?
that was the first thing. The XRP ledger on the stock, the spot ETF,
Yeah.
the stock market.
That's not even derivatives. Derivatives are trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in derivatives, not on there.
That's why when they talk about you have these naysayers. They're so they don't want. Actually, I think the naysayers don't want you to buy it because they're buying it up. I really think that. Blade. Put Algorand in my watch list. We'll do my homework on it. That's my talk, my friend. Thank you so much for being smart, keeping an eye, and learning. I love it, love it, love it. On Algorand, the volume is 115.88 million and a market cap of 2.23 billion. What's also really cool and interesting is to know in these billions and billions of coins and transactions happening, only 6.5% of the entire world is involved in crypto. 6.5% of the entire world, which we haven't talked about. Imagine of 25% of the world jumps into crypto, which is going to be much higher than that. How many people, actually, I want you to look up, how many people in the world are using the stock market? Right? Think about that.
Which stock market? There's stock markets all around the world. Which one?
That's a good point. But let's just say the United States stock market. I mean, how many people can people from other countries buy into the American stock market?
Yes,
of course they could, right? Yes. So when it comes to XRP and all these other altcoins that are going to have utility.
What percentage of the population uses stocks? Invest in stocks. 62%.
So 62% of the
U.S. adults own stocks.
U.S. adults, okay, just U.S., which is what, 400 million people, 450 million people in the United States. We're talking about a massive, what's the opposite of exodus? Intra. Like instead of exodus, they're coming in millions and millions and millions of people who are going to enter into the crypto market when it hits the stock exchanges.
That's amazing that it's 62% and we're only at 5%.
6.5% of the world is involved in crypto. Just put that in your head for a second. Tammy, thank you so much for joining. Hey, how you doing? Love having you part of the show. Thank you so much for joining me there on Facebook. Hopefully you're learning, Tammy, as well, because we talked about you and I, that you need to start learning about this stuff, right? So going back to the fact that it's 6.5% of the entire world is in crypto right now, which blows my mind. Do the Google search. How many people in the world are involved in crypto? 6.5. Hey Siri, how many people involved in the world in crypto?
Don't make a liar out of them.
Right. The number of cryptocurrency users worldwide exceeded 400 million in November 2022. With the positive momentum of Bitcoin and the ongoing growth in 2023, it is estimated that the number of crypto users has reached approximately 450-500 million.
Okay.
This answer is from coinspade.com.
In the world right now, they're saying 400 to 500 million people are involved. Okay, in the world. How many people are in the world?
Say 8 billion.
Right. So hey Siri, how many people are there in the world?
According to the United Nations, the world population exceeded 8 billion inches mid-November 2022.
There were 8 billion in 2022. So what is it, 10 billion now? Let's just say. So if you have 400 to 500 million people involved in crypto, out of 8 billion, Okay. Do you have the conscious thought process of how that's going to change? 62% of people are in the stock exchange just in America. How many percentage are going to go from now into the stock exchange?
That's for people that are going to invest in crypto.
Yes.
But understand, my expectation is that everyone's going to be using crypto, and they're not going to even know it's being used.
And that's another proof of stake, proof of value.
That's where you're going to be making money off of your crypto because of the utility, but you're never even going to, these people are not even going to even know that it's being used in the background. Like we've said before, it's like you don't even know half the protocols, the actual name of the protocols that runs our cell phones to be able to have us communicate with each other. Somebody's making money off of those protocols,
right,
in the background. And this is a situation where you could actually be making money on these protocols when this is being used in the background, and you never even have to sell it. You can live off pieces of it, just like we were talking about.
Hopefully, when you're listening to this podcast, you're learning, you're enjoying, and you're spreading the knowledge to other people. Please give us a like on Facebook, on Instagram, on Rumble, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on X, all these different platforms that we're watching this show on. Please share with people about the show. Let them know that you like what you're listening to, you're learning. We appreciate it. Like us, share with other people, and let us hear from you, because we want to make you a part of our show. We love the fact that we're live and able to do this. We don't have 100,000 people watching us as far as we know right now, right? But we have a good amount of people that watch us on a weekly basis, which is exciting for us. And it's growing. Subscribe to our podcast.
Yeah, we like having the comments. We really like the comments because it really
we want to
makes us feel like we're not talking to each other.
Right. No, even we are, because a lot of people watch the show later on.
Right.
And that's where we get a lot of comments later on, especially on YouTube. I try to get back in there and try to respond to people and answer questions the best I can. So we really appreciate you engaging with us, being a part of our show, learning with us together, and hoping that this helps make you one day a very financially wealthy person, or at least gives you the ability to have things that you couldn't have today, because that'll be everything. That's really tremendous for us. 100,000. Yeah, I love it, Blade. We would like to be at 100,000, but when everybody's ready to be a part of it, and you know what, we're excited to be a part of your lives. When we hit 100,000, it'll be awesome. But where we are today, we're it's the beginning of the beginning, and this is something we're doing for fun, and we're enjoying it. And that's why we do it twice. We do it twice a week. I mean, we didn't do it Friday because I was with my son, and I apologize for that. But Mondays and Fridays we do this because it's really about us learning together, watching what's happening, and making sure you're educated as much as possible in this platform, in this arena, because most people, again, don't know what's happening in the world they live in, especially because they don't see it on TV, and they're not going to see it on TV. It's just not going to be there.
Nope.
All right. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you so much for joining us over there also on Instagram. Thank you so much for being a part of our show. Michael Cristoforo, David Lamel. This is the Intro to Crypto, and we'll see you on Friday with some more new information. If there's something you want us to talk about, please share with us, and we'll be happy to teach about it, learn about it together, and get it out there. And again, Blade, we'll enjoy watching you guys grow. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.